Leo, hi, welcome to the greenhouse. My name is Sarah and this is going to be your September reading. This is general for Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising, so please take what resonates and leave what doesn't. That being said, if it does resonate, I would super appreciate it if you hit that thumbs up, left a comment, or subscribed to the channel. It really does help me out. All right, Leo, let's see what you're currently working on. Happy September. Your season was beautiful. Now we're in eclipse season, so let's see what Leo is currently working on. The world, you're doing the work. Coming up the world, I love this because this is graduation, this is accomplishments, this is endings that were like hard fought, that were hard won, like graduating from school or finishing a project, like retirement, those kinds of things where like becoming a parent, getting married, like the stuff that you will never be the same again once you enter into this new chapter. And I feel like you feel that. I think you're feeling the freedom of releasing things that are no longer working for you. King of Swords, Knight of Wands. Yeah, like you have this fresh mindset now as far as like what you want to go after. Maybe I think you were kind of like your energy was torn in a lot of different directions. And I think you had to be a lot to a lot of people while trying to work on a lot for yourself. And you're ambitious, right, man? Like there's so much you can do and you can handle. And I think you reached a point of like, sure, I can do this. Sure, I can handle this, but do I want to? Is this bringing me joy? Would my energy be best suited elsewhere? And I feel like that's why you're feeling so light and getting your fire and your energy back, because King of Pentacles, that's funny. Because you're making more grounded, let's talk to it. So you're making more grounded decisions. And I feel like maybe in the past you felt like you had to say yes to whatever projects or opportunities or this or that because maybe money was tight, or you just felt like why not try it and see, like that kind of energy. But now you're approaching things with much more discernment because you're acknowledging how adept you've gotten in certain things. And I think one of the main things you've become a graduate in is knowing what's worth investing your time in or not. And because I think you know, I know I'm talking a lot and there's only one card out, but I think you know right when something is proposed to you, whether or not you're engaged in an exciting mental loop about it or an anxious mental loop about it. And so you're like, let things come to me, give me your pitch, I'm gonna sit with it, King of Pentacles, and then I'm gonna let you know if it's for me or not. So I love that. What else do we need to know for Leo right now? Tell me more about this World card. The Knight of Pentacles, the Devil. You're just like, I'm not giving to situations that don't go anywhere and stress me out. The Knight of Pentacles is the only knight that's not moving, right? So he's very like, all right, where do I go? I want to make sure I take the right step. But he gets into analysis paralysis, and coming out with the Devil, that's like, it doesn't get any more clear than it's like being frozen because of fears or feeling like, how do I do this? Because I feel like I have to, I have this responsibility. There's this expectation of me. Like, no, you are no longer engaging in things that are going nowhere. I love that. King of Pentacles still at the bottom of the deck. So for some of you, this is like financial opportunities that you know aren't going to produce the fruit that you're craving. And for others of you, it was like a relationship where you're like, I'm just so happy it's over because it wasn't gonna go where I want to go. And listen, that's really tough. Like, love's not enough. You also have to be aligned on a path, right? So I feel like for someone, this is saying like, you know, what I want and what this person want are two very different things. So I can either like stay stuck, you know, like in a small pot and be cool. I can't even finish my sentence because no Leo in the world would let themselves be contained to a small pot. It's like, bitch, I'm wildflowers. Why is there even a pot? Never mind, a small one. And respect. That's where you need to be. I love that. I love that. I love Leos. Two of my best girlfriends are Leos. And, you know, you guys, you try really, really, really hard to like enjoy things and go with the flow, but you, at the end of the day, you are the king of the jungle, so you're just gonna need to like put that crown on, get on top of Pride Rock, and tell the people what the law is. You know what I mean? And I think you're doing that. I think you're getting much more comfortable with that, but then you're also like, okay, I'll do that because that's for me to do, but not in all situations. Like, so if I remove myself from the situations where it's like, I don't want to have to set people straight, then you have the energy for like, hey, wait a minute, let's address this. I'm in charge here because it makes sense for me to be in charge here, not because no one else wants to be in charge here. Maybe you've fallen into those kind of roles. Hi, Capricorn. Yeah, I've been the only person doing my group projects for for as long as I can remember, and I had to change that within myself and be like, you know what, I'd rather take a bad grade than like have other people like siphon off my coattails. I don't know what that's about, but you get what I'm trying to say. So Spirit's advice for you, we have the 3 of Swords, the 2 of Cups, the Ace of Swords. A lot of you know that like for some of you this is present 3-2-1, though I feel like for most of you it's, so for some of you with 3-2-1, like it's coming, it's impending, it's happening, you feel it, you know this is going nowhere. For others of you, you know exactly what this was, but it's like you cut out the partnerships and the collaborations and the offerings that were just causing you more stress than clarity. We literally have the card of stress, the card of clarity, and the card of partnership in between the 2 of them. So whether it's romantic or a project or something, it's just like, if this was meant for me, if this was in alignment, then why am I so fucking stressed? Why am I so angry for some of you with the Ace of Swords? Why am I wanting to be so cutting here? And I think it's interesting too, because there are only 2 cards in the tarot that don't have people on them, and that's the 3 of Swords and the 8 of Wands, and you have both of them in the same pole. So there is something about like no longer engaging with certain people, or engaging in a new way where you're not like Leo, if you're stressed about something and you don't like something and someone is your friend and you consider them like a close friend and you don't share with them how stressed you are, and yet you're still trying to communicate something where you 2 can be on the same page, how can that possibly happen? How can that possibly happen when you're not communicating your truth? So if there's something in you that still finds it difficult to be honest with people, I need you to ask yourself if it's a you problem or if it's a the people around you problem. Because I kind of feel like at this stage in the game, it's a you problem, with all due respect. Because I don't see you throwing good energy after bad people. I see you being afraid that good people will turn into bad people if you're honest. And like, good people don't turn into bad people for anything. So if you're honest with somebody, then you just caught a bad person playing good person, okay? Maybe rewind that and listen to that again, because there's somebody really needs to hear that. Like, if you are so concerned with how someone's gonna react to your truth, like then you ultra need to be truthful with them, because if they do freak out, rather know now. And it's not a reflection on you, Leo, it's a reflection on them. It's a reflection on them. You know, if you come to me and say, hey, Sarah, I really appreciate your energy. I really appreciate your friendship. But when you said A, B, and C the other day, it really hurt my feelings. And if I go, well, it shouldn't have. It was meant to help you, like, way to be oversensitive, then fuck me, right? You know what I mean? But I was like, oh, dude, that was so not my intention. I'm so sorry that's how it came across. Like, I apologize. Do you want to talk about it some more? Or do you just want to let that be what it is and know that, like, I won't talk about that person anymore. I won't speak to you in that way anymore. Like, it's very clear, you know, like the people who respond poorly to your boundaries or to your truth are because they were getting something from you not having said boundary or you hiding said truth. So I'm gonna leave that there. Let's 3 of Pentacles and the Death card. Yeah, like certain and then the King of Wands here at the bottom of the deck. Certain projects, certain collaborations are just over, or it's time to transform them. Where, like, again, didn't I just say something about team projects? I've been doing a lot of readings today, so I'm not sure if it was in yours, but there's something like, I'm not carrying the team anymore. I'm not doing all of this. And like, like if we notice, like, one person is holding the plans and the other two people are holding the tools. But part of me feels like, all right, if you guys are building stained glass, then why do you have scissors and pliers? I feel like there are very different tools needed for making stained glass. So I don't know, maybe that's something for you where you just felt like you were trying to create with people that didn't even have the right tools to create what it was you were trying to create, or just couldn't make your vision come to fruition, right? Because I feel like you're the one on this side holding the paper, like, this is how it's gonna look, this is how it's gonna be, and other people, like, you know, you're like, I want black, white, and red, and they come with gray, tan, and orange, and go, what do you mean? It's the same thing. It's like, my guy. You know, there's something like that. There's something like that. So you're taking your power back because I think you felt very closed off from these collaborations, going from your card to the Four of Pentacles, you know, having the Three of Pentacles here. It's like, it just made you withdraw. It made you withdraw and not want to be, it was like, this isn't stable. This isn't fulfilling me. I feel alone at this table. So you're changing your collaborations, and all power to you, because change is hard. And I do feel like you cared greatly, or care greatly, for whatever this is that you're changing. But I also feel you like fully embracing and celebrating the ending of this thing. So I honestly, like, I love your energy. I just want to make sure that, like, we don't take certain, I gotta be quiet, if I roar, everyone's gonna shit their pants. Like, listen, I am a Capricorn. I am the sea goat. No energy is more, like, uncomfortable around Leo energy than Capricorn energy, because they're a goat. Lions eat goats, you know what I mean? But, like, I love Leos because I know how to pick a Leo that's not going to try to eat me. You know what I mean? So, like, you need to only be around people that don't fear you to a certain extent. And I don't even know, for some of you, it's not even fear. I think it's just, like, maybe jealousy. You guys definitely are the spotlight, right? So maybe it's just like, you know, you wanted to collaborate with these people, but you know behind the scenes, like, they're hating on you because they're a little bit jealous of you. Like, well, that can't work. We got to shift that. And then you should be very proud of yourself for cutting those kinds of connections out of your life, because you are here to shine. You are here to take up space. You are here to be the sun, right? So if people are like, oh, the sun, then they're a fucking vampire, right? Plain and simple, Leo. Plain and simple. Okay, let's get your likely outcome for this month, please. Please show me what Leo's likely outcome is as they embrace these endings and transformations. Q, I'm coming out from J-Lo right now, because we have the Eight of Swords and the Ten of Pentacles. The Eight of Swords is all about self-imposed limitation. She feels very stuck. She's very afraid, but at the end of the day, like, she's only boxing herself in. And it's her thoughts that are boxing her in. It's the belief that A, B, C, D, E, F, G is all going to happen. And so she keeps herself stuck there around A through G, and then it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. But instead, you're coming out of that with the Ten of Pentacles of, like, no, I know that I can't manifest my forever goals in this stuck energy. And even if it is, me imposing this stuckness on myself, it's because I didn't feel safe, secure in this community. Yeah, like the Three of Pentacles and Death is, like, pretty much saying the same thing. Like, something about this collaboration had to change. Eight of Swords, the Ten of Pentacles, something about this community makes me feel stuck. And you're not willing to feel stuck anymore. Here we have the Star at the bottom of the deck. You're like, I'm moving up. It's I'm coming out, but whatever, it's I'm moving up. And you are, because here you are again now. Here you are again now. And the Wheel of Fortune. So you're changing your luck. by releasing lack, you're making a decision to balance certain things, especially your mindset. And then here you are, strength at the bottom of like, sometimes it's wiser to hold back than to overperform. And I think you really, really learned that lesson with this. I think you learned the exhaustion. I think you learned to the fullest extent the exhaustion that comes with trying to push something to the finish line that's determined not to reach a finish line. But then you get to decide where the finish line is by just walking away from it. So I love that you closed out this chapter. I see that you did it with dignity too. This isn't like a, fuck this, fuck you, I'm out of here, no 2 weeks, everybody can suck my... That was not this. This was, all right, Leo to Leo, talking to yourself. I've given and given and given and tried and tried and tried. And at this point, like, it's insane to keep doing the same thing and thinking a different outcome is going to come from it. So I really need to step away from this. Lesson learned, no harm, no foul. Like, really such grace, Leo. And hard fought grace, because I feel like this really did get to you for a long time. Like, I don't think you were like, all right, cool, I'm done then, you know, through a lot of this. I think there was a lot of holding on tightly, a lot of not like trying to control the outcome, but just being so deeply invested in something that you had a lot of hope that it turned so much hope that it turned into expectation at a point. And now you're realizing like, hey, hope can sometimes be a little delulu if I'm not seeing the progress that I need to be seeing to keep pushing this the way that I'm pushing it. Yeah, I just see you were like the only person pushing something up a hill, and then you decided to stop and you watched it roll and everyone else went, no, and you went, bye. I love that. I respect you so much. And listen, you did this for your stability, and Spirit is proud, because then your last two cards are the Four of Pentacles and the Four of Wands. You realized you had to stop giving energy to things that weren't bringing you stability and weren't celebrating you. So that goes back to the jealousy line, if that resonated for you. And the Three of Cups to the Page of Wands. Now you're in connections that see you, that celebrate you, and you feel like you can show up more authentically as yourself, because you're not taking it upon yourself to do everybody's work here. It's like, you know, the Three of Cups to the Page of Wands too. This could be, because this speaks to communities as well, you just branching out and doing your own thing and standing out in your own way. Yeah, oh my God. And I'm going to stop here. Five of Cups to Ten of Cups, because you know you can get yourself out of lack. You know you can get yourself out of lack and out of feeling like it's always going to be a lot of work for a little output. And you're like, no. I'm going into this Ten of Cups. I'm wearing my dancing shoes with this Ten of Cups. And I also love, like, this kind of signifies the death as well, because the Five of Cups, like, she has that cloak on like the death card has. And then now she's in this pretty pink dress. She's dancing with animals. She's in this like Snow White kind of vibe. So I feel like you are, and look, here's the angels and the angel wings and the angel wings. So you know that, like, I'm sorry, I did not hold that up long enough, like, at all. And all of this comes from the Star and the World. We got a lot of wings out here. So I think you're ready to spread your wings and fly. And you are unafraid of whatever will fall away in order for you to reach the height you know you're meant to reach. I am so proud of you. Can I just say that? Like, I feel reverence for this energy, because I feel like you really had to let go of a lot of things that you loved or just really, really, really thought were the right things to be investing in. And it's not easy to pivot when we're shown it ain't what we intended it to be. But not only did you guys pivot, you completely got back on, like, not back on, but you got on a better path. And it's on this path that you'll be able to call in the right team, the people that care about your well-being and your happiness, not just about making something of value with you. They care about you. I just want to give you the biggest hug, Leo. I feel like such pride, such tenderness, like just such a, not even like a mama bear moment, because there's no protectiveness in my energy towards you. It's just like, look at her go, look at him go. That's how I feel. It's just like, I can't wait to watch the show. I can't wait to see what you do with this new energy, with these new boundaries. Just gorgeous, Leo. Again, I'm so proud. If you got something out of this reading, please hit that thumbs up and subscribe to the channel, and I hope to see you next time. Bye.